Edward, what's the reason as to why he should not?
Son might be a bitch because I'm gonna take it though.
The reason Kirk Franklin should not have apologized.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Kirk Franklin owed anybody an apology. Personally.
And the reason being?
It's because that's between Kirk Franklin and his son, and Kirk Franklin has never portrayed to be perfect in any way for anybody to feel some type of way about why are you saying these things. I don't feel that's why I don't believe Kirk Franklin should have apologized.
Okay, so when it went viral, everybody heard it. So now I take my hard-earned money and I pay this man who's giving me encouragement, and this man is telling me every album that I know things get hard, and I know we're not all perfect, but we should all strive to live Christ-like as much as possible, right? So I'm giving this man money for him to tell me I should be Christ-like as much as possible, no matter what's going on through your life. Like,
bro, we all know that.
No, Isaac, no. No, Isaac, stop. Isaac, stop. Keep going, Sedacious.
I pay him his money, and then I see on my Twitter that the nigga's no better than me. And I've been paying him money for years. Revolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, help me believe. Like, I've been paying him money for years. He's been telling me for years, like, no matter what happens, keep your head to the sky. Depend on the Lord. Like, how you gonna now tell me, since I call him, I see, bro, you called your son a nigga. I don't even call my son a nigga. You said you'll break your son's neck and all that shit. I don't even do that shit to my son. So you finna tell me I'm finna watch the nigga that I give money to, now I feel like
okay, you don't agree with his parents and
he's
stuff.
lying. So why would he not feel like he owes me an apology? And I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm looking up to him. He's one of the,
it's your fault for looking up to him like
the But bro, I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking from everybody else who's been.
Okay,
everybody else feel like.
All right, so I'm gonna say my piece. If you want to rebuttal, that's fine. But we're gonna move on after this. Again, I believe, as me, you, and Isaac have grown up together, from yay high to a grasshopper, praise dancing to, we could probably do an album worth of Kirk Franklin songs. If you truly listen to Kirk Franklin's songs, like I said before, I believe the resounding sentiment of Kirk Franklin's music and his catalog is that I am not perfect. None of us are. No matter what you go through, it's gonna be hard. You're not gonna be perfect. You're gonna fail. As Kirk Franklin has shouted out millions of times how he's had a ridiculous problem with porn and sex.
What else has he shouted out millions of times though? Trust on the Lord.
Okay, and does that mean you can't be perfect though? Does that mean, so trusting in the Lord mean you gotta be perfect? What are you saying?
You're saying that he's always told us he wasn't perfect, but you're negating all of the shit that he's told us to do because you ain't perfect.
Just
and
because you're
not practicing what he preached.
You rely on the Lord because you're not perfect.
He's not practicing what he's not.
How you not practicing what he preached when he got caught in
because the moment that you get upset and you feel like nobody's listening, when you feel like nobody's listening, you can tell your son, you can call him a nigga and say you finna break his neck and call him all these things. When you feel like ain't nobody listening, that's what you do.
So, Sedacious, are you offended by Kirk Franklin's recent actions as you paid this hard-earned money to listen to his music over the years? Are you personally offended and hurt and feel betrayed by his actions?
Let me ask you something. What point does that
prove? Answer my question.
No,
I don't want to answer my question, please. Answer my question, please. Respectfully, please answer my question.
Because I'm getting ready to tell you what you can do with that.
Well, I'm still confused as to how that helps this case.
Bro, answer the question, bro.
Sedacious.
No,
it has nothing to do with the case. I'm asking you a simple question. It is not connected to anything. It's a simple question to you specifically.
Was I personally offended by Kirk Franklin?
Yes.
No.
Okay, let's move on. All right, so
NFL. So who the fuck were you speaking for?
NFL.
We just wasted our time.
NFL. Do we not try to get millions of listeners or what? Are we just talking about?
Yeah, we want them to get into our take. You wasn't supposed to speak for the masses. You don't know how.
I always speak for the masses. This nigga just read the scripture.
Hey.
He just read the scripture that would agree with me, and y'all still want to argue.
Hey. So I think this is a deeper point.
He didn't say he agreed with you. He just said he
said the scripture.
I said scripture agrees.
The scripture.
Isaac, I said scripture agrees with Sedacious. It backs up Sedacious' point.
Right. But I think agree with me and Edward, right?
Somewhat I did. I agreed with both of y'all. I can hold two opposing ideas in my head at
Oh,
the
you
same
can
time.
hold 2 truths, Christian? You can hold 2 truths?
And then I say I
Fuck
can
up.
hold 2 truths. I say I can hold 2
Man,
opposing
check it out.
ideas.
This is what. So which one is the truth?
You
Which
know
one is
it.
the truth,
You
Edward?
know it.
Which
I
one
can
is the
hold
truth?
2
Edward?
opposing
It can't be
ideas in
2
my
truths,
head
right?
I
at the
stand on
same
my-
If
time.
it can be 2 truths, which one is the truth? He shouldn't have, or he should have
Edward,
apologized.
on everything I love. I've never wavered on any stance, and all of my arguments have been transferable
Okay.
down to any argument you want to bring up in the history. These niggas love to stand on both
Okay.
sides of the fence. You know what?
Everybody
and we
go
laugh
play
every
back.
time we
Go
catch
play
one
back
like
the
that.
podcast.